Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Kevin and this is Sierra. We're doing a Q&A today. So we have a couple questions that we're going to answer. But before we get started, if you guys aren't subscribed to this channel yet, do us a favor and subscribe. We post weekly. And hit that thumbs up button. Alright? So, you want to start?
Sure. So the first question is, where are you guys from and what is your ethnicity? So to start with, I'm from Illinois. I was raised here in Florida, in Ocala. And my ethnicity is I'm half white and half black.
Yes, you are.
Go ahead.
And so, what's the question?
Where are you from and what's your ethnicity?
Alright, so I'm from Virginia, alright, like in the DC, Virginia area originally. Born and raised there. I moved to Florida when I was about 13, but my ethnicity is I'm half black, half Brazilian. So my mom is Brazilian and then my dad was black. So that's it. That's how you build this delicious, handsome little man that you see here. So,
Oh man.
Where did you guys meet? We met. Ooh, this is an interesting one. We originally met. What the first time? It's complicated because I originally met you downtown.
We met before we started dating, like a few years before.
Yeah. Like I knew you a few years before we started dating.
Yeah.
And I always kind of had, a little interest, but I never pursued. I was always just like, man, she's kind of fine. But I never really went to the next step to like try to pursue her and get to know her. So, but I would say to answer that question, we originally met in the downtown Orlando scene. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
That's an accurate answer.
And we were always dating other people, so we never really conversed like that until a few years ago when we started dating.
When we were both available.
We were both available.
When we were both available.
Single and ready to mingle.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Alright. First impressions of... Oh, no, it's your turn. I'm sorry, I'm jumping again. Yeah, you go ahead.
Thank you.
I want to make sure we take turns here.
Oh.
Especially on that question. I want you to answer that one first.
Okay, what are your first impressions of one another? Oh man. Okay, so this is difficult because when I first met you, before we started dating, when we were just acquaintances, like I saw you, of course, like he's handsome, he's tall, he's athletic built, so definitely attracted. But I never had a conversation with you, like on a one-on-one basis, to really have the first impression of your personality.
Okay. Alright. Once we did have that first conversation, what was your first impression?
Well, I quizzed you heavy, so I was very in tune with what your personality was.
She asked me probably, give or take 50 questions within the first 3 days of like talking, of like getting, like once she was aware that she had interest in me, she asked me maybe like 50 questions within those 3 days, easily. And I'm thinking to myself, is this normal for somebody to ask me this many questions this early on? But I was into her, so I answered pretty much all of them, right?
I have a screening act.
Yeah,
you have to get through the screen to continue the talking.
It's literally almost like she has like a script where she just like, okay, I need to ask all these questions before I invest more time in this person. So.
Definitely.
All right.
But I did pick up that you're family oriented and you like to be more of a homebody. So those were more of my first impressions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My first impression of you was like when we first started talking, or before, because there's two different aspects of it, right?
I think you both.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you, before I actually got to know you, I'm gonna tell you the truth, and you guys are gonna hear it here first. I don't know if I've ever told you this. My first. This may not be.
No.
This may or may not be. My first impression of you was that.
Oh, I think I know.
You think you know?
I think I know.
Okay.
because
But can I tell you?
no, because I'm social and my voice is a little bit more high pitched. Everyone thinks I'm ditzy at first.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
That part of it, yeah. No, I never judge somebody and say if they're ditzy, like dumb. And ditzy basically means dumb, like they don't know that much, right? That's not what I thought about you originally. My initial impression of you was like that you were a little snooty and like kind of like stuck up and a little bit, and that like you were fast-ish because you worked in the scene that you worked in, and you worked in the night scene. So that was my initial impression of not just you, but any
Of bottle girls. I was
she
a bottle
was a bottle girl. Any bottle girl. I'm like, they're caught up in that like lifestyle, you know what I mean? They only go towards like a certain type of dude, and they tend to be kind of fast. Please don't punch me in my face. But
So so people know, most of the bottle girls are not like that. They'll play into it because they want you to continue to book through them and to continue to come out to the club.
Some, but I think others, it's more than just playing into it. For others, maybe.
In Orlando?
I don't know. You know, you've done this longer than me. I don't know.
Maybe other cities like Atlanta, Vegas. But actually, I'm not even going to say that. No, I think it's individualized.
Okay, that's on a case-to-case basis.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll leave it at that. But that was my initial impression of you. And then, not to spend too much time on this question. After I got to know you, I was really surprised to know that you weren't like that at all. Like it was the complete opposite of what I thought. In every aspect, like in the intellect level, I realized that you were like really smart. She's really smart, you guys, like brilliant. I'm not just saying that either because I'm with you. It's like super smart and not a hoe or fast. I don't know what to say here. I mean, I just all I do is speak my mind. So you know, you guys take it with a grain of salt, whatever. So it was not fast, very smart, and just pretty much the complete opposite of what my initial impression of her was. You know, so.
Yeah. You've never told me those initial impressions.
Yeah, that's not
Funny
just you
to
though.
hear them now.
Any bottle girl. First date. When was our first date?
When was our first date, Kevin? Do you know?
There is two parts to this question, and I'm gonna make it quick. First part, our first date, if you want to classify this as a date, we originally met up at a pool, at an apartment complex, and we hung out. And guys, just as a piece of advice, if there's a girl that you want to get to know, and you notice that she always wears makeup, right? She's always wearing makeup, extra makeup. And you want to know what that's really like underneath them layers, take her to do a water activity on your first date, and you'll know if...
But I didn't always wear makeup. If you know
Every
me, you
time
know
I
I don't wear a lot of makeup.
But every time I seen you, you had makeup on. Full face, full beat, pow, 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 full beat.
That's because we were out in like social settings, but okay.
So
okay,
there,
I'll give you that. Yeah.
so there was a little method to my madness. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna go to the pool and hang out.
And what did you discover?
I discovered that she's naturally beautiful with no makeup needed. So, but I wouldn't have discovered that had we not went to a pool.
Okay.
Okay.
What was our like official?
All right, so that's the first date. Official first date was Maggiano's, which is one of my favorite. No, my favorite Italian restaurant. It's here locally in Orlando. My absolute favorite restaurant. And we went there. We had a nice time. We ate some. It's Italian, like gourmet Italian food. It's really good. And I was real nervous. I was nervous. I didn't show it because I'm good at concealing, covering kind of like, you know, my emotions. But I was extremely nervous.
It was a good first date. It was.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did.
You remember what you were wearing too.
Do you?
Kind of. You had
And
to.
then we went to Disney Springs after, and we like walked around. This is when I had braids.
That's right. We had
Yeah.
braids. We we went to Disney Springs
And
afterwards.
SDK,
Hung
yeah.
out, went to SDK. It was a good little first date. All right, cool. Go ahead.
What are your favorite couple activities to do? definitely active things. Kayaking, we've been rock climbing, we go on bike rides, on trails, all active things. Other than that, movie nights at home. What else? I think that's it.
No, that perfectly
Yeah.
answers that. I mean, we like to do outdoor things. You know, we're very outdoorsy people. Kayaking, bike riding, like you said. Activities that involve physical activity we like to do. You know, we're both really active. We go to the gym, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that's it. Those are our favorite things. Let's see. Do any of your friends dislike your significant other?
Do any of your friends dislike me? Great question.
This is an awesome question, and I'll tell you why. When your friends tell you they dislike a significant other, you should listen to them. Because this
It's true.
is a gem. This is a gem right here. They're looking at your relationship from the outside looking in. They're not looking at it through your little love eyes. Love eyes are deceiving, right?
Yeah.
Love eyes can be
Yeah.
deceiving. They're looking from the outside looking in, and they can hit you with the truth.
And they notice like how the relationship affects you from before you were in the relationship or when you've been in other relationships.
Yes.
How that plays out.
True friends, yes, true
Yeah.
friends. And they always have your best interests at heart. It's funny because as I'm saying this, I have like literally like 2 or 3 people in mind, and I know that any piece of advice or anything they say about the person that I'm with is coming from their heart because they want to see my well-being. They want the best for me. Is what I'm trying to say. But what's the question again? Do any of your friends dislike you? No. The answer is no. They don't. None of my friends. All of my friends approve of the relationship I'm in. They love her. They think she's awesome for her. Or awesome for me, and that's it. They love her. So I've literally had not one friend tell me anything negative about you. So that's good.
Yeah. None of my friends dislike Kevin. And I've had friends that have disliked exes and
Really?
they were right.
And they were right.
So, good signs, good
Yeah.
vibes. What's our next one? Oh, what are some things the other does that annoys you?
You asked it, so you're gonna answer. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
What do I do that annoys you?
I know. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Things that you do that annoy me.
You sit up for this one.
No, it's not even that bad.
Go ahead.
It's like taking out the recycling and things, just doing that on a daily basis because the trash can we have in there is small and it fills up very quickly, and I feel like it's a man's duty to take it out.
Do I not take out the recycling?
You do,
Not consistently?
periodically.
So not consistently. Okay.
No, consistently, you're always the one that takes it out. It's just the frequency.
Okay.
What else?
You tell me, you got anything else?
Yeah.
What else?
Kevin likes to leave things around the house. For instance, he got two packages that he needs to return, and they've been here for about a month. And they're still on the dining room table, and I've reminded you constantly to take them. But it's just little things that he'll leave around the house that cause clutter, and I'm a little OCD about that.
It's true. She's hitting me with the truth right now. It's true. I gotta take those packages back.
So,
All right. I didn't think about this question before we started recording, so I don't know. Something that you do that annoys me. I'm such an easygoing person, man. There's not a whole lot that you do. Oh, I do know. I do know. Sometimes.
why are you excited?
Because I couldn't think of anything, so now I know instantly. Like it
Okay.
just dawned on me, like a light. So Sierra has this habit of being overly playful at the exact wrong time. Exact keywords. Exact wrong time. It's literally, okay, and what I mean by that, I'll be like, say I'm just in the worst mood, I'll be sitting there on the couch like this, looking pissed, just tired, whatever it is, worst mood ever, and she'll come over and like want to jump on me and play and like, okay, just annoy me it's like intuitively she knows it's like the worst time, and then she does it. That's probably the only thing I got. That's all. I mean, other than that, you know, there's not a whole lot you do that annoys me. I'm sure.
I know that annoys you.
It's funny, and she knows. You heard her just admit to it, right? She knows that she still does it. So
That's
you
how
know.
I show my affection.
That's her way of showing affection, and I get it, but it's super annoying when you're not feeling playful. Who wants to be played with? Who is more jealous is the next question. We don't have no. Neither one of us are jealous. I think when you're in a relationship where there's a good level of trust within each other, I trust her completely, she trusts me completely. There's no room for jealousy when that's the kind of relationship you have.
I agree. I don't think either of us are jealous.
That's it.
We don't do things to make each other jealous.
I've never felt a moment of jealousy with you in our relationship. So that's, next question. Here you go.
Oh, our favorite memory together. Favorite memory together. Honestly, the birth of my child. When Liam was born, Kevin was just very attentive to me. He'd come up, give me little forehead kisses, make sure I'm okay. Just very attentive and very caring. So that was my favorite moment.
That's your favorite moment?
Most joyful moment, yeah.
One specific moment?
Yeah. Favorite memory?
Favorite memory?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know.
No? Can't steal mine.
There's this one memory that I have of you. I'm not gonna steal yours. I'm not gonna say it's mine, but anyways, one memory that I have with you that was very nice, that I enjoyed, was when we very, very early on in our relationship, we went to the Springs. Remember? And not when we were kayaking, it was either after or before we went kayaking, and we were in the water in the spring, and we were just like kind of playing and holding each other and kissing. That
I
moment.
remember that.
I love you.
Cute.
That's a memory that I literally have in my head that I think about
Yeah.
from time to time. It's a joyful memory that I have with you. So, who asked that question? I love you. Did you ask that question or did I?
I did.
Family's first impressions.
Well, I met your mom before you met mine, so you can go first.
Yeah. My mom. What do I say about my mom? My mom's first impression was nothing. My mom is the type of person where she'll sit there and she won't talk to you. Like, she'll meet somebody that I'm dating and she won't say a word. She'll just sit there and act like she's real shy, real quiet, real introverted, but really it's a tactic. All she's really doing is she's studying you, she's observing, she's an observer at first, and then later on, after her second, third time interacting, engaging with you, then she shows you her real personality.
Yeah.
So I don't know what my mom's first impression was of her because she didn't tell me, she didn't show it, you know what I mean? She was just...
You didn't ask her after?
She said, you're a nice girl, but I mean, anybody could say that, you're a nice girl, so
So she was very quiet, but she didn't feel well the first day we met.
Was she sick that day?
She said she didn't feel well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she was very quiet, and now
She
she's
might have told you she
much
didn't feel
more.
well.
No, she told you.
She told me
She
that?
told you when we
know.
got in the car.
You have better memory than I do, because I don't remember
I remember.
that. Alright.
But she also told me the first time I met her that she was married.
She did say that? Wow. Okay, so there you go. That's my mom's first impression. That's my family's first impression. I say my mom because, that's pretty much the bulk of my family, so, What about you? What about your mom?
My mom.
Or your family? What was their first impression?
Oh my gosh. When Kevin first met my mom, she had all of my baby photos out on the table,
She
ready
blasted
to embarrass me
She
for
blasted
dear
her. It
life.
was embarrassing.
Like, she was just so
for
open
her.
to you, it was crazy.
It's good. That's a good sign though. Has she ever done that with any
No.
boyfriend you've had?
No.
That's a good sign.
It was intense.
That's a good sign, right?
Yeah. She likes you.
What were you thinking? Like when she did that, what were you thinking?
Well, I wasn't prepped. Normally I'm prepped with what she's got going on, what her plans are.
Right,
But
even more so because it caught you off guard. You were shocked, so you were thinking to yourself like, so what was your thought when she was?
I think she was nervous to meet you actually.
Why?
I don't know. But I could tell by like her mannerism, she was very nervous, but she does like you. And she's comfortable with you. I can tell when she like talks to you on the phone.
Yeah, that's good. All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, next question is, oh, it's your turn.
What do we love about each other physically and emotionally? So, physically, these lips.
It's not my.
No, the lips and these big eyes. You have these like
Big
big
eyes.
dark eyes. Yeah.
That's funny because that's not what any guy wants your girl to say they love about you. Lips and eyes, we don't give a damn
What
about
do you want me to say?
like chest and abs and quads and
I love
biceps.
the abs. I could care less
And
about
tries.
the quads.
We
and
work so
biceps.
hard in
I
the
don't
gym.
care.
You hear this? We work so hard in the gym for stuff that they don't care about. They care about your eyes and your lips. So, just so you guys know, I mean, you're working on these bis and tries and chests and this and that. They don't care. They care about your eyes and lips.
Well,
Those are my favorite. Physical. What about?
emotional?
Yeah.
Emotionally, I love that you're gentle with me. So Kevin can be kind of more blunt with others, but with me, you're very gentle and very mindful of how you speak with me, and you're also very attentive to me.
Okay. That's good. Because I love you.
Yeah.
You're my sunflower, so that's why I am like that with you. What I love about you, yeah, physical and emotional. Physical, I don't know what it is. Physical, I mean, I just gotta let you know that ass, that booty.
Gosh.
That's my favorite physical attribute all day, every day. And then if I have to pick something other than that for the children that may be watching,
For our child that may watch
for our child that may watch this, 5, 6 years down the line, or Kyan for you, buddy, okay? Your smile. Your whole head is just nice looking. Your face. Your whole face. She's just got a good looking face. You have a model face. Your whole
This whole head, this nose.
her whole face just looks good. You got a nice nose, it swoops. You got the Euro nose. See, I got the black nose. My dad's black, so I got stuck with the wide black nose. But your smile, you just got a nice overall face,
Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. Emotional. My favorite emotional attribute is gonna be you are a kind heart. This is the first thing that comes to mind. Right? This is without giving it any real thought. Is you're a very kind-hearted person. You're a very empathetic person. You just have a kind, soft heart. You know what I mean? You have a lot of love in your heart to give to everybody, not just to me. Obviously, you should love me, but not just overall. You're very empathetic. So, those are my favorite qualities about you. All right, go. Did you guys ever do long distance relationship? We did when Sierra was living in Ocala originally.
Which, it's not too far. It's about an hour and 45 minutes into the year.
So for those of you guys, for those of you that don't know, we live in like Central Florida area. She lives right outside, or she used to live rather in Ocala, which is outside of Central Florida, which is in which
Like
direction?
Gainesville, north.
Of Central Florida, about an hour and a half away. So when we say long distance, that's our version of long distance. You know what I mean? Some people travel across the country. Our long distance was an hour and a half. So
And I would come to see Kevin like every weekend.
she would drive to me every weekend. It was great. It was fantastic. I was like, okay, great. She's gonna drive to me. So
Yeah.
that was it. Yeah. That was our long distance relationship.
We did
How
that
long did we do that
for- Like a half a year.
for? Half a
Like
year?
6 months. Yeah.
About 6 months we did that. too long. It wasn't that hard either because it's only not that far. All right, go ahead, your turn.
How do you guys make time for each other now that you are parents? That one is something we are constantly working on. Making time for each other when you're parents can be difficult because you need to find a babysitter, and which that's normally your mom. But she also watches Liam during the week when we're both working, so I don't like to put him back there again over the weekend. So either his mom or a friend, or even if we do have Liam here at the house, just doing something together that's more quality time, not being on our phones, more interactive with just us. Whether that be watching a movie, which is typically our go-to, or having like a paint night or something of that nature. You're good at reminding me of like your care for me, like bringing me flowers or wine or like my favorite candies. You're very mindful of that and keeping that romance alive in our relationship, because when you're doing so many like child-oriented things, it can be very task-driven, and you forget to do those little dating, courting style things.
Yeah, you guys saw, if you go and look at one of our previous videos, I don't remember if it was the second or third one that we put out, sometimes we give Liam to Vovo, who's his grandmother, and we'll go out on a date. We'll just hang out with one another, either go on a dinner date or whatever. We'll spend time with one another. So we do make time to enjoy each other. Thank you guys. Bye.